What's up, everyone? Before we jump into the episode this week, I want to tell you about the three of us who make up Powered by the Players, where you can find us, and some of the other projects we work on. Morgan Nuncio, our PbtP GM, often appears on live streams, such as Actual Play on Twitch, where she most recently played Celine the Pure in a mini-series of Apocalypse Keys. They also appear on Utopia TV streams, have done some voice acting work, and have written adventures for tabletop RPGs such as Kids on Bikes and Jiangxi Blood in the Banquet Hall. You can, and should, follow Morgan on Twitter at Serena Bezos. Diana, PbtP's co-host, regular player, and keeper of the spreadsheets, also co-created a Christmas-themed Kids on Bikes actual play podcast called Christmastide, Ohio. You have heard the promo for Christmastide on our show previously. Diana also wrote for Kids on Bikes and is one half of Macintosh and Mod, where she and her partner, along with a guest, discuss movies, Riverdale, and My Little Pony. You should absolutely be following Diana at Modcaster on Twitter. I am Kristen, and in addition to producing Powered by the Players, I am a game designer, a tabletop RPG writer, and co-founder of the Roll2Play Network. You can check out the games I have designed at diceupgames.com and other podcasts on our network at roll2playnetwork.com. You can find me on Twitter at KristenIsNoJedi. I will also link all of our Twitter handles in the show notes. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Monster of the Week.
Hi everybody, welcome to PbtP, Powered by the Players. Powered by the Players is an actual play podcast featuring mini campaigns and one-shots of all your favorite PbtA games. Each campaign or one-shot will be a different Powered by the Apocalypse game with a rotating cast of diverse players. Let's power up!
So on a 10 plus for read a bad situation, you hold 3, which means you can spend it on any of those questions that are there. But also with, I believe, your third eye magics, you can see invisible things. So you get 4 questions essentially, and you see invisible things.
Yeah.
That's how I'm reading it. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be read.
Yeah, it says take +1 hold. It doesn't really exactly say take an additional, so I don't know. However you want to.
I'm gonna give you 4. That was a kick-ass roll. So
yeah, plus 15.
That I'm gonna roll down. This is it for me. This is how I start failing. One good one, and then
stories.
Okay.
All right. So you have. One hold can be spent to ask the keeper one of the following questions. If you act on the answers, you get a +1 ongoing while the information is relevant. It says advanced on the 12 plus. You can ask the keeper any questions you want about the situation, not just list the ones. Oh, and it looks like that was the same one for Investigate Mystery too. But
yeah,
I could have done that for y'all. Sorry, y'all. We know Digital Investigates. I'm learning with you.
this is how we do things. I want to change what's the best way to protect the victims to how do I get the people away from here?
Okay.
That is one of my questions.
And I do want to let you know you don't have to ask all of them now. You can definitely get on to some of them later. So, because this is going to be up for a while.
Okay, yeah. And I have 4, so I should
hold on to it. Yeah. So, what was your question?
I'm kind of fudging the what's the best way to protect the victims to how do I get basically how do I get the whoever's here out?
Okay.
I want them gone.
So as you're thinking of this in your mind, your third eyes sort of glowing and this information is coming to you. You actually get glimpses of a hypothetical future. So basically on the beach, but not this portion of the beach, is actually probably a mile or so downish, just because they don't want to be suspicious.
B.
Suspicious? I know, I was thinking that too. So yeah, they don't want to be suspicious, and so they're having it further down to the beach. And actually, like what what Dawn said, and it's closer towards the actual boardwalk, because this is just like the sidewalkish area right now, but there's actually like a boardwalk area where it's like, you know, amusement park rides and like carnival games and like ice cream shops and stuff. So it's very touristy oriented. Though he's setting up on the beach, sort of like right near there, in that little nook right beside the boardwalk. And so you actually hear the sounds of the carnival rides and the noise from the chaos up top. And I have words. Hold on, my brain's. Yes, words. Okay. And you see them playing, and they have the music. And it is the three of them. It's Brooke is playing bass. Sky, who's not one of the twins, so the other one, they are playing the guitar. And then Beck, who is the twin of Brooke, is playing like drums, essentially. And they all have microphones, and you can see the act that they're singing, but you hear all the noise pretty much from the music part itself. And to keep people away, right? Is that your question? How to keep people away?
Yeah.
I think either causing one of two things can happen. And your brain goes through these various scenarios. Basically, in short, your brain's telling you to cause a distraction. So maybe throwing out false narratives of something happening at the boardwalk, like basically you're just, I guess at this point it flashes to you and you see yourself standing at the boardwalk telling people that like there's been a bad case of seagulls attacking people. I don't know, like some sort of narrative of that this area is a no-go. What? I'm trying to think. Oh, that there's a storm coming, maybe? Like, maybe...
Or I can cause it.
Yeah, maybe you cause a storm to happen, and it's having people deciding against going out. So, yeah, you see these storm clouds sort of, like, rolling in from behind them, and it looks kind of epic if it wasn't them. You're like, oh, this is really cool. There's a band playing on the beach with the sky rolling in behind them.
What good atmosphere.
Yeah. But you're like, it's them.
You're like, oh, damn it. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, causing a distraction, especially with a storm, is a good way to keep people inside, away from the outdoors.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely a scene that you're seeing in your head, is that the weather keeps people away. It's unexpected, like almost like hurricane-esque storm appearing. Definitely people keep people out.
Okay. And I want to use one more question. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? Keeper.
Yeah.
What are we missing? Keeper, since you keep hinting at it so kindly to us, Keeper.
I think so. As you're staring into your brain and you're focusing on this question, you see yourself fighting them. And you see the typical things, they've been hit with magic. You realize that they're tougher than you thought they'd be. And your typical means of taking them down, you aren't exactly sure what takes them down, because no one looked into that. So, was that the question, right? It was, I haven't noticed. Yeah, I think the biggest dangers right now is that you aren't sure exactly how to destroy them.
Can that be my next question?
Yes, it can be your next question.
What is their weakness?
Their weakness. As you're like, oh shoot, I didn't think about that. Hold on. And you keep going. And you realize you see Brooke again as she walks past you. You only got a brief glimpse of her. But you suddenly go into the point of view of Mallory as she's sitting taking notes in the same diner, and you see her look at the napkin, the metallic napkin case, and see the reflection. So reflections show their true selves. Basically, then your memory goes back to, what was her name, Natasha? Is that right? Yeah, Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of go to her point of view of that night now. Because your magic is strong at this point. Like, I don't know if it's the fish stick's happening or what's going on, but you're able to get...
It's that rancid
that rank smell is really putting you in this magic headspace.
Yeah.
Basically, you get into her point of view, and it's just silence. But you do see her friend sort of just walking into the ocean. So, you know that if your ears are blocked, you can block their power of persuasion, or if your ears don't have capabilities of receiving noise to them one way or another. Then your brain flash forwards to the hypothetical future band playing on the beach with the storm coming up. You see, who's our fighters here? Isabella and Talon, right?
Yes.
You see Isabella with like the sword, and all of a sudden you see her slashing a head off of one of them, and you see it rolling, and it just dissolving into like goo. And then you see Talon with I guess these silver like spike thingies. I don't know, what are they called? I don't know what I'm thinking of, but like a silver piece of like a sharp pointed silver piece, not like a knife or a dagger or something, just going into the heart of another one, and it sort of just turns into a goo as well. You ever so it's kind of like Buffy, like where the vampires sort of turn into dust, but instead they turn into goo.
It's goo.
They get stabbed in the heart, they just turn into goo. Yeah, like a silver stake. And your brain hits one more thing where you see someone who was on the beach already, just sort of, I guess, collecting, they were metal detecting on the beach, and they weren't aware of anything that was going on around them. And seeing the storm coming up, you see them take off their headphones and automatically be pulled into the quote-unquote siren song that's happening. Because, they're still playing. They're still trying to get people. And this is all hypothetical. You see them being pulled in, but you see that a reflection of their true self or a visual of their true self actually breaks the facade of the magics. So if anybody's under the spell, they see the true self of the sirens, that could break the magics. So that's all the weaknesses. And are you holding on to your fourth one?
What was the last thing about how can they see their true selves?
Oh, so basically if a victim that sees the siren's true self, so let's say they see the aquatic forms that they naturally take, that breaks the spell.
Okay.
Yeah. Magic is weird. I'm not going to go into
No, I just wanted to make sure I understood what it was.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everybody? Okay. All right. So, Mallory, how you see this happen? You are you see the wind picking up, you see the sigils being drawn, the third eye is glowing on Cameron's forehead. How do you feel? Tell us what's running through Mallory's mind.
Her mind is racing because she knew Cameron did some magic, but this is way more than she ever knew. How are Dawn and Talon reacting?
This is nothing new to me, so I'm probably just chilling.
I'm wildly impressed at what is happening. I was like, dang.
Actually, you know what? I think in this moment, Dawn's like incredibly proud because this is probably the best that magic has gone for Cam in a while.
I am wildly impressed
moderately surprised. Wind is flapping. So is this the cue of like we see things from dawn?
The breeze is picking up, so how
I feel like it's an act under pressure kind of situation.
oh yeah, let's roll it.
What is that stat?
It is oh gosh, it just froze. Why are you freezing on me? Cool.
All right, so that is I have a +1 for cool, I believe, and I did just roll an 11.
You do what you set out to do.
So I have definitely I've held my faux fur cloak down.
Yeah. It is.
So you can draw whatever conclusions you want from the fact that I felt the need to hold that down, but you haven't seen shit.
I'm going to investigate a mystery.
Yeah, I do it. Are you just like staring at Dawn and you're like,
I noticed the clenching of the cloak.
Clenching.
But yeah, I'm investigating a fucking mystery.
I just pictured Dawn like voguing, like just rolling, like making sure all of the cloak is being held down, and I'm just, oh no.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I gotta check my stat. My sharp. Ooh,
The fact that you're
sweet.
checking is very concerning to me.
I rolled a 5, but I'm rolling sharp, and I have a +2 sharp.
Okay.
So that's a
you get
7. So I have a 7.
So that means you get a +1.
I get a +1, so I get to ask one question.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Or you can hold it for later, unless you want to ask it right now.
Oh.
But the question will be specifically about Dawn.
Okay, then my question's about Dawn. I'm gonna ask my question now. What is being concealed here?
Dawn.
Can I ask? Should I be asking Dawn specifically this?
No, you asked me, but I want Dawn to explain exactly.
Okay.
Because I think
I think the most you would get out of that is that there is something on my back that I do not want people to see.
maybe you get like a little bit of a glimpse of like at the bottom.
Maybe you
Just
see,
like the tip.
like you get a glimpse
Sorry.
of just the tip of a wing.
All right, I'm goodbye.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to like. Would moths have like feathers, or would it be like a leathery substance? You get a glimpse of like something a little like leathery.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's like a bat wing
Yeah.
on Mothman's
Don't
wings.
want
I'm just
others.
waiting for the grand reveal because all the best Mothman statues have glorious like butt cheeks. So I'm just like, what all have you inherited here, Dawn? How fit are
John's
you?
dummy thick, actually.
Okay, so I see a bit of a wing.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
now you got to commit to the bit. You see the tip.
No, I'm not committing to that.
All right, so you've seen it. What are you doing?
You see magic happening. You see Dawn is. Are you impressed? Proud, Dawn? Is that right? And also
I'm
fighting.
very impressed with. I'm so proud of Cam right now.
Aww.
I think that may even be like where I slipped up a bit. Is that like she saw it because I was letting go of my guard and I let it flip up a little higher than it should have.
And Talon's just impressed. Nomi's there with a notepad and just taking notes.
I've maybe even gone up to hug Cam after the spell is over.
I think Mallory is hyperventilating now.
Oh,
This is information overload.
no.
Are you all right, Mallory? What's
I'm gonna need a minute. This is a lot of data to take in.
fair? That was a lot of magic. How familiar are you with it?
Magic?
You
We're-
weren't familiar with the magic before? Is
We're
that
all clear that this is officially magic.
well? You just witnessed it. I'm pretty sure was that something you didn't know?
Well, we've danced around it for a while.
Well, you're in the shit now, so.
And there's clearly something going on. There's a back situation here with you as well.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
You're concealing some things with your cloak. It is the summer.
It was windy. It got cold.
Great. Uh-huh. Great. And then I think I look at Talon. It was like, and I know not all is right with you. You're concealing something.
Are we in a place where other people would be able to see a lot of things right now?
Nah, it's because you're in the closed-off police area of the beach, and you're sorted down because it's some stairwells. There's no one really nearby at all.
All right. Mallory, are you sure you want to know what the hell is up right now?
The data is important.
Fine. And I drop the cloak.
These
You
read the
magically. Oh.
Yeah, so with full transparency, my daddy is Mothman, so, hi.
Dad.
Welcome to this.
I knew you've been trying to keep me off of this scent.
Yeah, no, but I'm kind of tired of it now. There's a lot of things coming out right now, and I just don't give a goddamn crystalline shit anymore.
All right, we'll deal with that issue later. Okay, so Mothman's son. Cameron, what are we calling your magic? Sorcery? Just magic? I don't know.
Magics?
Magics? Okay.
Magic's fine.
Okay.
Are you?
Mixed with a K.
Yeah, magic. Are you okay? Are you okay, Mal?
This is a lot. Now, Talon, what's going on with you? I know you're connected to all of this.
I mean, yeah, I'm aware of magic. I know some magic, not dissimilar, but not the same as Cameron's magic, apparently. But I have magic.
What is going on at the Sonic drive-thru?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, yes, Talon, are you good? Also, I realize this is a new thing for you also.
I'm perplexed. How did you keep that from the order?
I've been keeping it from everyone, darling. It's not that hard.
Interesting. Well, I'm not over dummy thick. Okay. That's okay. Your secret is our secret until you don't want it to be a secret.
Good.
Correct. I won't be telling anybody about you being Mothman's son. I just need to know for my own data.
And for your reference, Isabella already knows. Cam already knows.
Of course Isabella knows.
already knows?
Yes.
Ugh.
Of course she does. I bet she also knows about you, Talon.
I mean, yeah, we work together.
Well, listen, this has been an interesting powwow. Can we get back on focus, please? We do still have some sirens to take care of. Cam, what did you get from that?
And yeah, by this point, all the lights and
Badassery.
stuff is just, yeah, like my eyes aren't lit up or anything, no third eye, whatever is going on. And that was to be honest, I didn't think it would have gone that it went that well, but it did. That's really surprising. Usually, anyways,
very well. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Dawn. Anyway. So, I saw. I think I saw like what could happen next. They're not going to be here. They're going to be right by the boardwalk, and I kind of explained like where I saw the band, where I saw the band playing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like Mal, it's like what you were talking about at the diner. The way you looked at Brooke in the
napkin holder.
Yeah. And you saw how they really look like.
Of course, reflection.
Yeah, that helps. I think it's like if, and yeah, earplugs. These are great. Good job on, because that'll help us not hear their call, so to speak. Their singing.
Okay,
that helps. And but if people do get caught, you have to. If people see the reflection, it snaps them out of it. That's what I saw.
If we see their reflection, their true self, that would break their spell.
That's what it seemed like. I don't know how we're gonna find some big mirrors around here at the beach, but let's see.
It doesn't have to be mirrors. It just has to be reflective.
No, yeah, that's true.
Are you suggesting we loot the House of Pie for all of their napkin holders?
Well, Mallory's doing the math and thinking through all this possibility.
I love that that's the direction this question took. I like it.
There's pie tins and baking sheets, and there's a lot of chrome there. I don't know that it's practical.
Oh, and I saw Isabella like chopping them with her sword, and
Isabella has a sword?
Apparently so.
Yes. Anyway, she was chopping them and like their blood and stuff. I might misheard this, so please correct me if I'm wrong, Keeper. But yeah, it turned to goo, and then Cameron just starts kind of describing it to the nth detail. Something that should
beheading is the quick. These are beheaded.
Yeah, she was like beheading them, and it was like really gross, but kind of cool and gross. And like God, there was just so much. Cameron's still trying to just think of like everything that they saw.
So to be clear here, stabbing, heart stabbings, and head chopping off. Those are all things that will work. That will do the trick.
Yep. Head chop, goo.
All right. I don't have much that can do with that, but I can certainly push people into the direction of those who can.
Same. I don't have any weapons training. Not really.
That would have been magic in and of itself.
I mean, my character has a 9mm, but I don't think that's going to be very helpful.
Can you load it with silver bullets?
I think it's probably a little late for that.
I mean, if Isabel has silver bullets in her car, like...
I'll have to ask Isabella later.
Oh, no. Will you ask Isabella?
That is the question.
She's still on her phone call, by the way. Like at the.
Oh, yeah. Mallory's way pissed at Isabella at this point.
She doesn't know what's going on down here.
She's in for a wrath. A wrath of just... no speaking.
I can't wait.
I imagine Isabel looked down from her phone call at what was happening, saw me drop my cloak, and shit a brick.
Wow.
I think Talon is looking at the party and already hyper aware of like Nomi's newness to everything, but after listening to Cameron really recall all of the actions and the visions and speaking about slaughtering monsters, I'm looking at y'all to making sure you're okay. Like, are you prepared to do what needs to be done?
The better part of my life is being around and dealing with these cryptozoological beings. I think I am pretty well equipped to do what has to be done.
Everyone expects me to join the agency, and I've not known whether or not that's something I'm interested in. So fighting a monster is not a bad way to see if I'd be willing to enjoy that life.
I mean,
How are you feeling, Cam?
well, I mean, Don, up till now, it's all just been about me and just trying to control this, and talking to Natasha and literally seeing her friends walk into the water like that without their consent, without their own thoughts. I don't know, I guess it just made me realize there's more to this town, to everything around us. So I mean, killing monsters, I honestly don't know, but I do know that I want to make sure like no other people get hurt. So that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
This is definitely an aspect that I was hoping you'd take a little longer to get into. But with all this, you're still figuring out yourself. You're still trying to figure out how you fit into everything. I will say right now that if you are feeling precocious, there is no shame in backing down. But I know that I would feel better having you fighting by our side.
You can kind of see the anime eyes sparkle towards Dawn. Thanks, Dawn. I'm with you.
Yes, you're with us. You might not have as much magical confidence as you think, but whatever you just did right now, like that was controlled. That was awesome. Your lived experiences, come on, how long have you been training?
Yeah. But
your parries, your physical aspects, you're good. You got this.
Yeah. I got this. Okay. Let's do this.
And that's it for this week's episode of Monster of the Week. Our cast is Gemma as Cameron, Jess as Talon, AJ as Dawn Donovan, Diana as Mallory, Kristen as Isabella, and Morgan as the Keeper. Join us next week for another great episode.